Earlier in this module, we introduced a rather powerful extension method to the IEnumerable. I can think of plenty of additional extension methods that would make my life easier when working with collections of data. Luckily, someone else thought of this before. You may have seen this, but the fact is that .NET comes with a great set of extension methods. A bunch of these extension methods are built for types such as IEnumerable and iQueryable. The most used extension methods, by far, are what is known as LINQ. LINQ is short for Language Integrated Query. There are other courses in the Pluralsight library that covers how to work with LINQ in great detail. Although, since this library is built using extension methods, I think it's a great example of what you can accomplish if you build and distribute powerful and reusable extension methods. If you construct a list, array, or any other type of collection that implements the interface IEnumerable, you will be able to use the extension methods from the system.linq namespace. Our program lives in a C# project that has implicit usings enabled. That is why you do not manually need to include the using statement for system.linq. If you try to use these methods in your own application and you simply cannot find them on your instance, make sure that you have the using statement at the top of the file, or include it using a global using statement. With the extension methods available from system.linq, you no longer need the custom extension method that we introduced earlier, because LINQ introduces that filtering capability as well as a whole lot of additional methods. Just to explore a few of these different methods, you could use an extension method to retrieve the average on a collection of elements. Let's say the average price of all the items in your order. This takes a func. Another extremely useful method that I personally use a lot is an extension method called where. This lets you filter the collection, or in other words, search for all the items based on the predicate. Again, you'll most often see this being used with a lambda. There are, of course, a whole lot more extension methods, and some of them are for more specific and complex situations. For example, how do you determine which elements are shared between two collections? There's an extension method that does this for you. It's called intersect. You can call intersect on your collection and pass the second collection to find which elements exists in both of these collections. Or of course, you could build all of this functionality yourself, or have helper methods constructed in other ways. Using extension methods for the type of functionality and interactions that we have explored is a great approach. As a final note on reusability and readability, I'd like you to take a look at this fluent chain of method calls. First, we filter through the enumerable based on the criteria defined in the anonymous function. Then the order result is ordered based on the price. And finally, we want to select the 5 cheapest items. These are all extension methods, which are all powerful on their own. But since they follow the pattern of returning an IEnumerable, you can easily construct a chain and add additional method calls to end up with the desired result. Again, if you want to learn a little bit more in depth about LINQ, there are plenty of other courses in the library. This has shown you a great usage of extension methods and how powerful that can be.